Hello beautiful people and welcome to the channel. My name is Reverend Debbie and I talk about all things to do with narcissistic, abusive and toxic relationships, as well as looking at healing from them. And in this video I'm going to be talking about your healing process after the abuse of the relationship. So for some reason you miss them. They've gone, you've split up. Whatever process happened, you've broken up. But you miss them. You can't stop thinking about them. You want them back. You miss their love, their attention. But that attention was only given at the beginning of the relationship. Later on, that attention was taken away from you slowly but surely. So, before I get into the video, if you enjoy it, please click the like button, please subscribe to the channel and share with your family and friends, and please, if you want to, you can contact me at debbiewolfmoon@yahoo.co.uk if you want to talk about anything, or if you have anything you'd like to chat with me about that you think I might like to do a video of. And you are also obviously welcome to put comments in the chat box below. So either you left them or they left you, and your head knows it was the right thing to do, but your heart, oh my goodness, your heart is just aching and you feel like you are breaking apart and you don't understand why they did this and you want them back and you're thinking about them all the time. You want to phone them, you want to message them, and this can be a barrier to your healing process, but it's a natural part of the healing process. We all go through it. If you don't, that's brilliant. I commend you for not going through this phase of the healing process after a narcissistic relationship. You know what they did. You know they abused you. You know that they either physically abused you, mentally abused you, emotionally abused you, spiritually abused you, physically abused you. Whatever they did, it was abuse. And they did that to you. And you had to endure that pain, that hurt. And yet you still miss them. Why? Why do you still miss them? Because of intermittent reinforcement. They performed this on you. You probably were not even aware of it at the time, but now when you have some time to look back at this relationship and look back at what happened, you can now see the bigger picture and see how it did happen. So this intermittent reinforcement is reinforced through the devaluation phase. Now, the narcissist relationship specifically goes love bomb phase. And now most relationships have a love bomb phase. That's when the two people, it's like a honeymoon phase really, two people get together, they fall in love, they, have this amazing 3, 4, 5 months relationship, it all feels wonderful, and then the relationship falls into a natural rhythm. However, with the narcissist or abusive type personality, it doesn't. The rhythm becomes intermittent. So what this means is they will devalue you at some stage, and then they will come back and love bomb you again. I won't do that again. Remember, there's never a sorry. Never ever a sorry from a narcissist. And if there is a sorry, there's always a but afterwards. It's a sorry, but you did this, you did that, da 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 da. That's the narcissist way. So they devalue you by saying things like, oh, I don't like that red dress that you're wearing. Put on that black one. But you want to wear the red dress, but you think, well, maybe I don't look so good in this, so I'll change into the black one. If you like the dress, wear the dress. Don't let them tell you what to wear. If they have come into your life, if you are with a life partner, your partner should accept you for your whole entirety, for whatever you do, whatever you say. But the narcissist will try to change you, and they will change you, and you won't even notice that it's happening until after the end. So As I say, this type of behavior can be seen in normal relationships as well, but the narcissist takes it that one step further. They will say all of these wonderful things to you and you will think, wow, I've met my soulmate, because they're telling you they're your soulmate. And as I say, it can be difficult to see this because you want to believe they're nice, because you've fallen in love with this person. They've love bombed you and they've shown you how much they care, sort of. And you want this relationship to work. And also, we're all taught from birth that there is somebody for us, that there is that special person out there for us. And that is a misconception, because some people want to be on their own. You know, and is that person that you think is your soulmate actually your soulmate? Look at the red flags from the beginning, guys. Look for them. And if you see one, run. Run far and run fast. Don't stick around. It's not worth it. Oh, they'll change. No, they won't. It'll become worse over time. They will not change. They will try to change you, and they will tell you what to do and how to behave around them, but they will not change at all, ever. So they're telling you not to wear this dress or that dress, or, you know, they want you to cut your hair, grow your hair, change your makeup, listen to different music, drive a different car, live in a different place. They are devaluing you as a person. And I want you to remember that you have bodily autonomy. You put your boundaries in place and you stick to those boundaries. How do we stick to those boundaries? No is a full sentence. And if you say no, mean it. Mean it. Don't go, oh, well, maybe this, that, and the next thing. I did that. My next wanted one of his family members to move in for a while, and my initial reaction was no. And later on, I changed. I thought, okay, let me do this. And then things didn't work out, which I knew they wouldn't. The biggest reason was this person had a child, a very young child, and the child was beautiful. The child, you know, it's a child. It doesn't know anything unless it's taught by its parent or parents. But my cats, which at the time I had 6 of, hated the child. They were terrified of the child. They ran away. So my own children, my cats, were being pushed out of their life and out of their comfort zone. And I knew it would happen. And I knew that would, traumatize my cats. They run away when people come to the house. They don't like other people. They're used to me. That's it. They're spoiled. Very spoiled. So this push and pull of them trying to get you to change for them, it is part of their devaluation. After the devaluation comes the discard. That's when they get rid of you. I don't want to be with you anymore. But then a few days later, they'll hoover you and love bomb you all over again. It happens. Perhaps not near the end of the relationship, but it does happen. Now, this wanting them back after they have left for the first time is part of the trauma bond. Through that intermittent reinforcement, the devaluation, and then telling you that they love you again, it creates this trauma bond. So it's almost like Stockholm syndrome. That's what we liken it to, although that's got a different name now, probably just trauma bond. So Stockholm syndrome happened to a woman who was abducted in Stockholm in Sweden, and she eventually started sort of not necessarily loving this person who'd abducted her, but trusting them and becoming part of their life. And that's what trauma does. I'm going to put a link to trauma bond videos that I've done in the past so you can have a watch of them. But part of the healing process that we need to go through after a narcissistic relationship is healing from that trauma bond. And it is one of the most difficult things to heal from. I know. So that is your reason for missing them, for wanting them back, because of that intermittent reinforcement, because they loved you and then they told you they didn't love you, they pushed you down, they made you feel less than, and then they loved you again and they pushed you down and they wanted to change you, and then they love bombed you again, and this constant cycle, it goes on and on and on. So how can you begin to heal from this? Well, journaling, number one. I journal every day, and now I'm journaling completely different things, and it's wonderful. I'm journaling positive thoughts, happiness, joy, things that I want to do in the future, putting a new bucket list in place. And yeah, it's taken me a while to heal. I'm still going through it, but I'm in such a better place now than I ever was before. And I know that you will be too. You just have to stay with it, stay with this journey, cry when you need to, write down your emotions, pay attention to them, but know that you can heal. If I can do it, anybody can. Believe me. Therapy. If you have access to a therapist, please try to see a therapist who perhaps has knowledge of and has worked with people from abusive relationships. Also, if you are able to contact a woman's or man's support group and you need to look at different ways and perhaps get on courses and that kind of thing that are free, you might be able to find that in your area. List. Okay, this list of things is the list of every single bad thing that they did. Don't put down the good things, no point, because that was all lies. That was all fake. It was all false. So write down a list of all those bad things. How many times did they physically abuse you, sexually abuse you, mentally, spiritually, emotionally abuse you? Put those things down in this list. And every time you miss them, pick up that list and read it and go, okay, that I need to remember, that happened, because these are real things that happened to you. The other thing is going no contact with the narcissist. Now, some of you can't, I understand that, but if you can, make your social media private, block them, try to stay away. Mine's blocked on everything, absolutely everything, including this channel. He may see this from other people, I don't know, and I don't really care. So you shouldn't either. But, there's always going to be that want to, well, what are they doing? Are they talking about me? And so on and so on. So you're going to want to look. Don't play the block on block game. It doesn't help you. It doesn't work. Get rid of all their stuff. So either they come to collect it and take it, or you pack it up and send it to them, or you throw it away. Whatever you do, get rid of it. Why should you keep something that meant something at the time, let's say a teddy bear with I love you on? Why keep it? They didn't love you. They didn't love you. They were using you. They were gaining supply from you. And the last one is time. Time will help you heal. I know the old saying, time is the greatest healer, and it is. But sometimes that time seems to be forever monotonous. It goes on and on and on. But I promise you, if you can do these things, you can heal. And watch videos like this. Watch other channels that look at abusive relationships, that look at narcissism, so that you can recognize them in the future and not get stuck down this rabbit hole again. You're going to go through a lot of different emotions in this. Grief, anger, sadness, denial, begging. All of these things are going to really mess you up, and you're going to go through this whole suite of emotions and feelings, and that's normal. It's part of the healing process. Our brain needs to adjust. We have been abused by somebody for so long that we've forgotten who we are. We've forgotten our soul. We've forgotten our purpose. We've forgotten that we are actually a real, beautiful, wonderful person. So remember how they lied to you, how they coerced you, how they manipulated you and controlled you. Try to keep those things in mind. Yeah, you're going to think about the good times. You are, I know. And you're going to think, well, if they did that, why did they do this? Because They're narcissists. It's for their supply. They do it deliberately. And I want to ask you, do you miss their abuse? I know I don't. I don't miss it one bit, and I'm so glad that I don't have that abuse in my life anymore. I can start to love myself again, I can get my confidence back, and I can be the person that I'm supposed to be, and so can you. So if you've enjoyed the video, please click the like button, please subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you next time. Blessed be.